Hello, ladies. Welcome to my channel, Thrive with Olive. Here we inspire, motivate, teach women to thrive in different areas of their lives. And today we are talking about comprehensive goal setting for a woman, for an effective woman. Okay. Years back, I once heard my father and my mentor, Dr. David Oweli, teach on the 5 mandates of a woman. Okay, and that actually helped me in setting a comprehensive goal for myself, setting goals or living a balanced life as a woman. Okay, the first one he talked about the mandate of a woman is to be an authentic female, a female that is healthy spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Okay, and the second mandate he talked about is you being an effective wife. Okay, the woman being an effective wife. One of the reasons why she was created is to be a helpmate to the man. So that's the second mandate. It begins with you being whole, you encountering God, you knowing who you are, developing yourself, you're emotionally, mentally, and physically. Okay, it graduates to you being an effective wife. Then the third one is you being a dynamic mother or effective mother. The fourth mandate he talked about for women is you being a successful business or a career woman. Okay, and the fifth one he talked about is you being a social influencer, you living beyond yourself to find an area in the community where you can deploy your skill or your expertise to help. Okay, and that actually helped me in setting a comprehensive goal for myself. So I went back to my drawing board and I created 5 areas I need to focus in setting goal. Okay, number 1, I called it me and me. And under me and me, I mapped out mental, emotional, and physical goals. I would like to say that for you to set an effective new goal in any area, you have to first of all sit down and take inventory of what has been happening. Have you been thriving emotionally? Have you been able to handle your negative emotions? Have you been able to manage them? Okay? As it relates to mental, what do you say to yourself? What do you constantly think about? Okay? If you take inventory of your current life or even your health, you will be able to set effective goal because you've sat down and you've seen the areas you were lacking and you're able to set goals in these areas. Okay, so for me, I will usually start with me and me, and I look into my life emotionally. Which negative emotions am I struggling with? I list them down. Maybe loneliness, maybe anger. What are the ways I'm going to work to actually make sure that I master this negative emotion, I effectively manage it, or eradicate it from my life, or manage it. Okay. Then on the physical goal and fitness goal, health goal, I set health goals. Okay, I set health goals. I set my fitness goal under health. I set my diet, eating healthy. Fitness goal, my exercise time, then skin and my general outlook. So I set goals in this area. Am I overweight? How many pounds am I looking at losing this year? Okay, what's my eating habit? Have I been eating healthy? Okay, when you take inventory, you'll be able to set new goals. Maybe I've been dwelling a lot on carbs. I'm going to cut down my carbs intake and I'm going to take more fruits and vegetables. I'm going to take more protein that will help me not to actually be overweight or obese. Okay, that's for the first one. So I call it me and me. Okay, Then my mental goal, what am I constantly talking about? Thinking about, rather. What am I constantly thinking about? What's my thought pattern? Do I dwell? Am I optimistic or pessimistic? If I notice that I am more of a negative, I dwell more on negative thoughts, I'm going to say, okay, when this thought comes by, I'm going to make sure it doesn't linger in my mind, and I'm going to focus on things that are beautiful. I'm going to focus on things that are effective. I'm not going to start whiling away, thinking many things, and not being productive mentally. Okay? So that is it. Then I've talked about emotional goal under me and me, mental health goal, physical health goal. Okay? And number 2 is me and my family. And under my family, my family has to do with my husband, okay, and my children. I set goal. What are the areas? I take, first of all, sit down and take inventory. What are the areas in this relationship with my husband that I'm lacking? Is he in recreation? Are we constantly arguing? What are the ways I can manage always quarreling and arguing with my husband? What are the issues we are currently having in the family, in my relationship with my husband? We sit down and we review our marriage goals. Okay, where are we falling apart with each other? Which area are we having difficulty handling? Okay, that's for me and my husband. And we set new goals. Okay, we're going to be more there. We're going to be available more for each other. This is our recreation day in a month, the day we set out to go spend time with our children. Okay, how many times we need to pray together? How many times we need to talk comprehensively together? Because you fall in love with who you pray with, who you spend time with. That's the truth. And who you pray for. Okay, am I praying enough for my husband? Am I going to, what areas should I now include in my prayer for him? Okay, then as it relates to my children, I set 3-dimensional goal for them: their spiritual development, their physical development, emotional and mental development. So I find out areas, taking an inventory again. This my child, is he easily irritated? I set goals on what to teach. That's for emotional goal, character goal, mentally looking back into their academics, which area is each of them struggling in? Okay. And I set goals. Okay, you're not very good in maths. I'm going to make sure I dedicate more time or get a lesson teacher in that area to help you. Okay. Then spiritually, the things I'm going to teach them that will help them to be spiritually sound children. So it's not just that I don't leave it vague. I need to succeed in these different mandates God has given me as a woman. So I set goals, recreational goals for my children. I take inventory of their lives and I find, okay, physically or their hands. I try to list out the skills I'm going to teach them within the year, the books they are going to read that is outside their academics. Okay, what is their academic performance? Who am I giving more attention to academically? Which areas am I going to focus in their academics to make them actually thrive? Okay, and we begin to break it down. How many times in a week we're going to sit together to do lesson, or where am I going to get a help? Maybe a lesson teacher to help that my child in that area. And that's for me and my family. I set these goals. Then I come down to me and God. How many times am I going to be praying in a day? How many hours am I going to give to prayer in a day? Because if you want to build a strong relationship with God, your prayer life must be in place. Your word life must be. I'm talking about the Holy Bible. I'm a Christian, so I said spiritual goal because that is the foundation of your success. Okay, so I set spiritual goal. How many hours I'm going to pray? When to wake up to pray? How many chapters of the Bible or verses of the Bible am I going to memorize in a day? Okay, how many times am I going to fast this year? How many Christian books and messages am I going to listen to this year? So it helps me ahead of time. I know every month I have books to read that will make me know God better, that will make me build a strong relationship with God. Okay? Sorry, I forgot to mention something. One of the areas I set goals under my family goal, okay, it's home management. Okay, who does what? If I have a caregiver, what are her responsibilities? What chores are my children supposed to be doing? When are they supposed to be doing it? What's the menu, the food menu for the home management? What are the responsibilities of my caregiver? When am I going to be doing laundry? When am I going to be doing the cooking? When am I going to be doing the bulk buying, going to markets to buy? I set that goal, and each day that comes, I know, or each week that comes, I know what actually I'm supposed to do that will help me manage my home effectively. So down to God, the next one, the next area I focus on setting goal is my relationship with God. Like I said earlier, I list the new books I'm going to read that will help me know God better, and the messages I'm going to listen to this year, and how many souls I'm going to win this year. Okay, and how many times I will spend, how many hours or how many chapters or verses of the Bible I'm going to be reading every day to help me to have a strong word life or prayer life. Okay, and the fourth one is my career or business goal. I'm a businesswoman. I run multiple businesses, and I set goal in that area. Which area? I first of all come back and take inventory. Which areas, which of my business are suffering? What am I not doing well? Which one am I not marketing as I ought to? Which one as I ought to? Which one needs extra staff, or which knowledge am I going to acquire to make me a more effective businesswoman? And I set goals in this area. How much am I looking at making? Which of my new products am I going to create? Which areas am I going to ensure my products get to, my services get to? And I set those goals. And on the day, I also set my financial goal. How much am I looking at making? How much am I looking at saving, investing this year? So I set financial goals. I also take inventory of my expenses. Are there things I'm supposed to cut down in order to save more? Okay. Then the last one is my my relationship with other people. That's the last one. My relationship with other people. Which area am I going to focus in making life better for people around me? Naturally, I have passion to train women to be financially free. So periodically, I run trainings that help them develop business skills that will help them actually be an effective businesswoman. So once, twice, 3 times in a year, I run these programs, and I go to very poor communities and I teach them a skill for free and motivate women to do business and not just relegate their financial responsibility totally to the man, to be financially independent. So these areas I set goals, and at the end of it helps me to look, okay, which area am I giving attention to? It's not enough that I am a good businesswoman and my children are not sound. Okay, what about my health? So I set days I focus on these different aspects of me, and the books I'm going to read on these different aspects of me to make me function better and act effectively in those areas. So for me, this is how I have I've broken down the different areas of my life, and I've set goals on those different areas. If you do say, maybe I don't know what you've learned, but if you look into it, you can set goals and actually set a comprehensive goal that will cover different areas of your mandate, different areas God expects you to thrive as a woman. Okay, so see you next time. Keep thriving.